Okay, so thanks for everyone for joining the webinar. We're going to give it just a few minutes here to let everybody log in and get set up, and then we'll get started. Thanks.
Hello, everyone. My name is Chip Treffry, and I am President and CEO of Member Benefits. Member Benefits is a fully licensed third party administrator that administers the State Bar of Texas Private Insurance Exchange and has been doing so for many years now. I want to thank all of you for taking time out of your very busy schedule to listen to the information that we're going to present in this webinar. Also, this is the most highly attended webinar that we've ever done in regards to group health benefits. So I hope you enjoy it. A question that we've gotten for years and years now is why can't lawyers come together in Texas and create their own plan, control their costs, and control their destiny? After all, there's somewhere in the neighborhood of 100,000 lawyers in Texas, and that represents thousands of law firms and even more thousands of employees. So you asked for it, and we're now delivering it. We've been working on it now for 2 years, and we're excited to tell you that our certificate of authority has been approved by the Texas Insurance Department. We're launching the plan with this webinar for the first effective dates will be July 1st of this year. So I want to introduce Courtney Treffry. She's Director of Sales at Member Benefits, and Jason Cleary, who is our Senior Group Counselor, for them to go through all the details of this MHP plan. Thank you very much for attending, and I hope you enjoy it.
Thanks, Chip. So the question is, why now? What's the reason for developing this in 2018? Well, as you know, in 2014, there were some drastic changes, really some unprecedented changes in the healthcare market. If you're a small firm, you may have decided to just use individual policies. And you know that in 2014, the rates were very competitive and a lot of people were moving that route. But since then, a lot has changed, and there's been a drastic increase in the rates. The carriers have decided to leave the insurance market, and 2 years ago, you were faced with no PPO options or very few options throughout the whole state of Texas. Some of you guys may already have a small group plan, and if you have a small group plan in place, it's not much better. The costs are continuing to rise every year, and you find yourself having to reduce benefits, hiring your deductible, or higher your out-of-pocket maximum. And most firms that we work with, in order to mitigate the rate increases, have to end up switching insurance carriers every 1 to 2 years. So what exactly is the MHP plan, and how can it help with these problems? The MHP is an exclusive health benefits plan for Texas law firms designed to help manage the increasing costs of healthcare benefits. So businesses, firms such as yours, will be pooled together as one large group, which in turn, our goal would be to create a long-term, stable risk pool so that we can have good rates for the future, and you won't have to change carriers every year or continually higher your deductibles and out-of-pocket maximums. So how does this benefit you specifically? Well, the first thing is it's member-owned. What that means is that this is a not-for-profit plan, and all the earnings and surplus go back into the health plan to try to reduce the rates or add value services. It also, because it's a member-owned plan, it gives you the ability to provide feedback to us so that we can have ongoing process improvements to the plan. You may find yourself even wanting to be more involved and becoming a trustee at some point. 75% of trustees are law firm participants. The other thing that you'll see, and I'll go over in a second, is that we have a very robust PPO network and quality of benefits just like you're used to now. Very comprehensive major medical coverage that includes wellness covered at 100% and all the major medical benefits. And again, the goal is to provide rate stability for the long term. Within this, you'll have 13 plans to choose from, 13 very unique customized plans that Courtney and I have both worked on to try to customize specifically for law firms based on our experience of what people have been asking for many years. It's going to include 10 copay plans and 3 high deductible HSA plans. The other thing that's very unique that you won't find in the traditional market is that our plans have 6 interchangeable RX options. Why that's important is that 80 to 90% of the population utilize generic drugs. But on traditional insurance plans, typically all of the RX cards provide coverage for brand drugs, which make the premiums go up higher. So in this option, firms will have the ability to choose a health plan that's right for each participant. So you don't have to worry about making a decision on behalf of one person. You have the ability, if you want to offer all 13 plans and give each employee their own customized choice. The other benefit is, regardless of your size, right now if you're a 1 to 5 person law firm, typically you can only offer 1 to 3 health plans. With Members Health Plan, you can offer up to 13 health plans and the 6 different prescription options. We mentioned the PPO network. We're utilizing Cigna, which we're very happy with. They're a global healthcare service company, highly regarded brand, 844,000 physicians, 6,400 facilities. In Houston, for example, MD Anderson's in the network. And every time I work with a firm and we do a network comparison, I never find anybody unhappy with the network, and they usually are able to find almost all their doctors and definitely the hospitals. All of our plans are full PPO plans. You don't have to worry about the HMOs. It provides in and out of network coverage, and you don't need referrals in order to see a specialist.
Thanks, Jason. I'm now going to go into how the MHP works and show you the difference between how a traditional funded plan is different from how the MHP is funded. So most of you are used to traditional style plans where all premium is paid to the insurance company. Any surplus goes directly back to the carrier and its shareholders. MHP is different in the way that it's broken up into a couple of different parts. One is the stop loss and plan administration. The other is funding into the claim account. With the stop loss, this helps protect the plan against higher than expected claims, and then admin fees that cover the cost of managing claim payments, accounting, customer service, and enrollment. The claims amount is money used to pay claims incurred during your coverage period. The biggest difference between the two and the benefit for you is under the MHP, any surplus is put back into the plan for the benefit of the members. So in the future, you'll see lower costs and enriched plan benefits and networks. So we've really put a lot into managing the MHP to make sure this is a secure plan for members. It's regulated by the Texas Department of Insurance. We've been working with the TDI since 2016 to receive our certificate of authority. We have medical underwriting where each group is medically reviewed and given an appropriate rate based on the level of medical risk. We're also going to be doing rate evaluations where each group may receive an annual rate adjustment, could go up or down based on claims experience of the entire risk pool and how it's running. The stop loss insurance is in place in case there is ever a period where claims are higher than expected. We have security in that with our stop loss insurance, where they'll protect against higher than expected claims. We're also required by the TDI to have a reserve fund to help cover higher than expected claims that are above the stop loss insurance. So that's in place to cover for the unexpected. This slide goes over who's eligible to join the plan. So law firms or those with like industry are eligible. You must have 2 or more full-time active employees working on average 30 or more hours per week. Our goal in the future is to open it up to solos, but currently we're trying to get a good base in the plan, and there is a requirement to have 2 full-time employees, with at least one being a W-2 non-spouse employee. The journey to now, how we got here. Again, we've been working on this with the full support and coordination with the State Bar of Texas and the Member Benefits Committee for the last 2 years. Another reason we've been able to bring this to you is due to the large number of members that currently participate in the private exchange. This has given us the backing to develop this option and allows us to create the goal of having as many options available to you, and this is just another exclusive option available on the exchange. By joining through the Texas Bar Private Exchange, there's some added benefits to enrolling through it along with the MHP. If you're not familiar with the private exchange, I'm just going to go over a few points that you'll get by enrolling. It has group administration and HR tools that make it easy for you. We create a defined contribution model for you and your employees where you give them a select amount of money each month to go in and shop through our different plan options. We also do payroll reporting so that you can know exactly what you need to take from payroll or charge the employee. We do one bill, so consolidated billing for all products that an employee enrolls in. So you no longer have to, write a check to Aetna or write a check to a different carrier for your ancillary benefits. All billing is consolidated under one. We also are going to supply you with transparent claims reporting so you can see exactly how the plan is running. When the employees enroll, it's a paperless process. Everything is electronic, done through the portal. So you're no longer going to have to collect or supply employees with paper enrollments. It's all going to be done for you. We have a dedicated support team that each firm will have a dedicated benefit counselor, account managers during the year to help them with any needs they may have in enrollment, also help them compare benefits. We also have a live chat feature if somebody just has a quick question or needs to get back into their account. We also have complimentary COBRA services included in the plan. And then our system has complete integration. So what this means is that we have direct carrier enrollment feeds. So when an employee enrolls, it goes directly over to the carrier and cuts out the middle person. This helps expedite the process from enrollment to active coverage so that you don't have any delays in using your benefits. Exclusive to the Texas Private Exchange is Teladoc at no cost to you. And this is a telemedicine benefit that you'll have available to you 24/7 while you are in Texas, or if you travel, you're able to use this. That's where I find it's really beneficial. So if you're on vacation and you're not familiar with doctors in that area, you can use this benefit, speak to a U.S. board certified physician, go over your symptoms. You can do it by a phone call. You can even do it over video, go over the symptoms, and then they call in a prescription to the pharmacy of your choice. And this is at no cost to you just by participating in the Texas Private Exchange. The newest added benefit that most of you may not be aware of is now the Chubb Supplemental Gap Insurance. And what this does is it pays and reimburses you for high-cost medical expenses. The basic plan is up to $13,000 annually of reimbursement. It helps pay for hospitalization, surgeries, complex imaging, what really is high out-of-pocket costs for you. It also includes $10,000 of accidental death and dismemberment with no medical underwriting. Along with those two benefits that are at no cost to you, we have a full portfolio of voluntary ancillary products that your employees can choose from. You have the option to contribute for these products, or the employees can pay fully out of pocket. It's up to you, and that's something that a benefit counselor can explain to you and make sure that what's right for you is being used in the portal. It includes dental insurance, vision insurance, life, cancer, critical illness, long-term and short-term disability. These are all group products that are exclusive to members. Okay, so why make the move now? Because a lot of you are thinking, well, I don't renew until January 1st or later on in the year, or I just renewed a few months ago. But what we're recommending is to start saving now. We have found that MHP rates are potentially 12 to 15% lower than the current PPO market. Moving now, you're securing and extending your savings for a full 12 months. And you're also moving away from, most of you are under January 1st effective dates. This is due to ACA, where they required everybody to modify or re-enroll for January 1st. So I know a big bulk of you are looking at those renewal dates. And during that time period, it's the holidays, you're feeling pressure, you're feeling rushed, you're probably at some of your busiest times of the year. You really just want to enjoy the holidays, but you're having to think about shopping out your insurance. Move away from the rush, and you can modify. We're taking enrollments for July 1st effective dates. You can move away from that January 1st and fourth quarter rush. Also, you're probably wondering about your deductible, that you've already used some of this in your policy year. With the MHP, you are able to have a deductible rollover credit where what you have already used in your deductible can be credited to the MHP plan so that you're not losing what you've already paid out of pocket. And then also paving the way, be a part of something special with the MHP that was created just for you. It benefits you and other law firms, and is really something special that you can start doing now. Now you're probably wondering, how do I get more information or join this plan? So since you've been asking for this, and this is your opportunity to join, be a part of this, be a part of something unique. We've had hundreds of firms come in and inquire about this since our launch to schedule an appointment with a counselor. So you're going to want to go in and make sure to secure an appointment with a counselor as soon as possible. The website is listed here where you can go online and schedule an appointment for a time that's most convenient for you. You can go to www.membershealthplan.com, or you can call in to 1-800-282-8626, and you'll receive a same-day quote from a benefit counselor. Here I'm just going to show you a sample proposal that gives you an outline, an easy to understand plan and rate illustration to make it simple for you, a painless process. It's going to look similar to this of what I'm showing on the page. There's minimal information that's required to get a quote. It's just going to be the firm's zip code and dates of birth of the employees. And we are open for July 1st effective dates. So you can go in, request a quote, and secure that July 1st effective date to make the move now. I want to thank you for joining this webinar, and please contact a benefit counselor to go into detail about any questions that you have, review a quote, and talk about what your current coverage is versus the MHP. Thank you.